Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Stefan. This is the White Dog Tarot. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. We're going to be doing some phone readings, hopefully, and we'll take some chat questions. Before we get started, I offer private readings. They're 45 bucks. And if you're interested, just email me or connect with me on Instagram. Let's see, what else? I think that's it. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. It's really hot out. It's really hot out today. So yeah, we're gonna wait for some. We'll wait for some people to show up with some questions. I'm not really doing general readings anymore. Hey Zay, how are you? How's your weekend going? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. What are you up to today? Oh, you have some friends over? Cleaned out your fridge. I love that. That's ambitious. Zay, let's pull a card for advice for you today. Let's see what you need to hear. All right. Okay. Get a card for advice for Zay. Zay, unless you have any questions you want to ask the universe. All right. What's ahead for your upcoming semester? You want to get a job in sight. I love that. All right. Yeah, let's see. It's a good question. Okay. All right. What's coming up for Zay this semester? Spirit. Mm. Okay. That looks good. Dude, this looks great. Beginning of the semester is going to be a lot of work. You're going to have to focus and study very hard. You're going to learn a lot of new things. It's going to be a lot. You're going to have to work your butt off for sure. Stay focused. There's a lot of experience to be gained. The middle of your semester actually looks really good with these two cards. And again, we're channeling for school and work. So Three of Coins is about like getting offered a partnership. It's about like collaboration which looks really good. Um, Lovers is another card of like partnership. Um, this looks really good. And then final card for like the end, Justice. I think things I mean that's a card of things going in your favor. Big time. So it looks really good. What's the overall advice? Hey Marita. Yeah, it looks good. I really like seeing the Three of Coins and the Lovers too. That's like getting recognition for hard work too. So that could kind of tie in a lot to your hopes about getting a position. What's her overall advice? Just, I don't even need to explain that one to you for your overall advice. And I'm not going to. You got the Magician. You have all the tools already, dude. Create what you want. Bring it into life. Yeah. Action and thought creates results. Marita, how's everything going with you? Give me some updates. What's going on with work and home? I absolutely can pull cards, Marita, but I'm instituting a new rule. When I pull cards for someone, the next time they show up, I want an update on how they're doing and if they're working on the advice that they got. Oh, amazing. That's great. I know you were telling me about that. That's awesome. How's everything going? Any updates with work? Okay. Where's your home country? Can't remember if I asked you. Well, it's good to see you. Albania. Okay. Are you excited? When was the last time you were back there? All right, let's see what Marita needs to know about August. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Marita, this month looks really good for you. I feel like it's gonna feel like a new slate. I think I think going away, I think it's gonna kind of like clear some like I don't know anything that's lingering that's kind of weighing on you. I got Ten of Swords, but it feels more like a new cycle kind of starting up for you. I think going back is really going to help your confidence a lot. Um, I think it's really gonna, yeah. I think it's gonna make you feel very confident about yourself. I think you're gonna get a lot of attention too. Um, Not necessarily that you're looking for it, but you will. Um, I think it's just gonna kind of make you feel cheery. It's definitely gonna create a lot of sense of freedom and excitement within you. You might even, you know what? You might even have someone be generous with you over there. Like you might get some money. Somebody might be generous with you. You might be getting something like a gift of some kind. This looks really good though. I feel like this is gonna be really, I feel like this might kind of help reignite your passion a little bit. Advice? Yeah, and just be open and receptive. You know, lead with love. Um, with others. This looks really good. It looks really good. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a good experience for you. I think it's gonna help you feel more confident. Um, I feel like a lot of people are gonna be looking at you. It's like you're gonna be kind of like a center of attention when you go back. Um, it's gonna be a lot of excitement and freedom. I also am seeing like a message about like something with a house being so that could be good as far as like your housing goes. It looks good. It looks good. This looks really good. A lot of really positive energy showing up. Who are you going with? Your two kids? That's amazing. I think you're going to have a really great time. It looks great. That's a long flight, huh? From UK? Feels like a long flight. Do your parents live there? Oh, that's not too bad. 3.5 hours. Okay. Let's pull. You know what? Let's see what else we need to know here about work, real quick. Let's see what we need to know about work coming up for you. Hey, Kimmy. I know you're new. I don't recognize you. It's great to meet you. I'm Stefan. Where are you chatting with us from? You want to know if there's a spirit in your house? Oh, Kimmy, you don't need me for that. What do you think? Oh, you're in Fresno? Cool. I'm in New York. I actually used to live in California. I used to live in San Diego. Kimmy, if you feel like there's a spirit in your house, there probably is. I've I've lived in a lot of houses with spirits. I do have to tell you guys, when I bought my house, just I have a different set of checklist things when I was home shopping. One of which was making sure that there was no that my house that this house was not haunted. I don't know if I can pull cards on that for you. That feels like more of an intuition thing you need to trust. You should trust yourself more than you should trust me on that. Are they bothering you? Hmm. How do you get rid of them? Kimmy, this is hitting close to home for me. I gotta be honest with you. Um, because I've lived in some houses that had spirits. I don't really know if I'm the right person to help you. I do know what you're I know what you're going through for sure. Um, have you tried to sage? Are they do they not feel good? Yeah, Kimmy, I'm so sorry. I don't really know how to help with that. I wish I could. It just makes them angry. Ugh. All right, Kimmy, let me just try to pull a card for advice. So you know already, you don't need me to tell you if there are or not. Um, ugh. I don't really know if there's like an easy solution. Well, I don't know. Let's get a Marita, you still with us? Let me just Marita, hang tight. Let's try to help Kimmy out because I've never even tried to pull cards on this. Um, see, Kimmy, you don't need confirmation from me um that they're spirits. Let's see if there's any advice. Okay. All right, Kimmy. I'm gonna listen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I've never tried to pull cards on this, so I don't want to make you any promises. All right, but let me see what I can find. Okay. Um. Well, if it makes you feel any better, the house the house I grew up in, um, my father's house, it used to be like a tattoo shop, and the guy it was like a bike like for bikers, and the guy who owned the tattoo shop was like a paranoid schizophrenic, and he was really not a good guy. Like he was really violent and stuff. Um, he ended up um getting his head. He got decapitated on his motorcycle because he was like driving around wasted with no headlight and no helmet at night. And yeah, he made my life miserable in high school. Um yeah. So I do know what it yeah. Miserable and my dog. It took me a long took me a long time before I could go back home. I don't really feel him anymore, but I mean, he like I remember. Listen, I know it sounds crazy. It doesn't make it. It doesn't change the fact that it happened. My dad and I were doing renovations on the house, and he like threw a hammer at me across the room. um, and my dad is extremely skeptical. He wasn't after that, so I never saw him. Um, oh, this is giving. Hold on. You know what? Maybe hold on. Let me sage and let's pull cards on you. This, truthfully, guys, is kind of giving me anxiety talking about this. Like, kind of reliving it. Maybe we'll table this for another day, unless you guys want to hear about it. I mean, do you want to hear about it? I'll tell you guys if you do. It was pretty traumatizing. A lot of the stuff that happened. Um, all right. Uh, you know what, Kimmy? Let me see what I can pull. Yeah, I know it's scary. You know what? I don't think she probably means any harm if it was an old woman. Um, let's see what we can find out. And I don't know if I should, I don't know if I'm like opening a door I can't close. Let me just see what you need to know. All right, you want to have a paranormal experience, say? Well, come visit me. I'll bring you to my hometown. It's like the most haunted place in the world. Yeah. Kimmy, let me see what I can pull. All right. Um, just do me a favor, okay? Just close your eyes for a second and try to like take a couple nice deep breaths in and out and just try to be calm with me, okay? It's really important, all right? I don't know where you are, but sit somewhere quiet for a second. Just okay. All right, Zay. I guess I'll tell you. I'll tell you guys after. Um, it's actually kind of a crazy story. This guy. Spirit, what do we? Can we help Kimmy, please? Hey, I just got a message, Kimmy. I didn't even pull cards yet. I think you should talk to her. You know, when you're by yourself, tell her that you live there, but tell her that she's welcome there too, and that you don't mean her any harm and you're just there to help, okay? Tell her that you live there now, but she's welcome to be there and stay there with you as long as she wants. And that you don't mean her any harm and you just want to help, okay? But you say it when you're ready to, and I want you to be really calm and centered when you're ready to do it, okay? All right, let's see what else we can get. Ask her if she needs your help, too. Okay. I have no idea how old she is. You know what this is about? Kimmy, this is a card of communication, fast moving communication. It's weird that came out after I said that to you. I think you should try to talk to her. That's fucking crazy. Um, what else, Spirit? I'm sorry. I know this is not funny. I know it's not funny. I'm just getting, like, I just pulled, I mean, two cards, and it's just telling me exactly what I said to you right before I pulled cards about this spirit. I wasn't expecting that. I've never tried this before. You need to communicate with her that this is your home, but she's welcome to be there too, and you don't mean her harm. And you have to let her know that she's free. She's free, okay? What the fuck? All right, I feel like we might need to stop there. Um, she's free to walk away. You gotta communicate with her. This is your home. She's welcome there. You don't mean her harm. You gotta let her know that she's free. She's free to leave if she wants. That's such a strong message. All right. Wow, that was kind of intense. Kimmy, that's all you can do, okay? You gotta just come from a place of love, okay? Can you do me a favor? Don't apologize. I hope that I helped. I guess we'll find out. Can you do me a favor? Will you come back and let us know how it goes? I think you are. I don't get any bad energy from this woman, if that's who it is. I don't know. It could be a man, somebody, or she might just have masculine energy. I don't really think I should pull more cards on this. I don't think I'm supposed to. Um, but I don't think you're in any danger at all from her. Um, just please remember what I said. Um, and listen, just don't be. If well, listen, I don't want to tell you don't be. Try to be receptive and not scared. Okay. Um, when you do this, because I don't think you have a reason to be. And I know it's fucking freaky because when things happen, we don't understand. I mean, such is life. There's so much that we can't possibly know or see. Um, but let me know what happens and just listen to yourself on what to say. Speak from your heart and speak from love. And let her know that it's your home. That you live there. Um, and you know that she used to live there and she's welcome to stay as long as she wants, but you don't mean her harm. But let her know that she's free. She's free to move on if she wants. And ask her if there's anything that you ask if you can help. Ask her if you can help with anything to help her move on. Um, you'll know if something feels malevolent or not, okay? This woman has very strong, like, masculine energy. I think she was very creative. She was a very independent person. You don't have to know. It's you don't necessarily need confirmation with something happening, but you just want to make sure that you're grounded, you're in a good place, you're calm. I don't know if you meditate, try to spend like 10 minutes just meditating, doing like breathing, focus on your breathing before you try to communicate with her. And you know what? I don't know what's going to happen, but there's a chance you might not. Again, I don't know what's going to happen. There's a chance you may never hear anything again from her by doing this. You know? So, and wouldn't that be nice? But I want you to make sure you're expressing all of that. And you're doing it from like your heart space. And if something happens, try to just, if anything happens after or anytime after that, take a second to try to sit with what it is, because you'll know if something's like intentionally bad. Like you'll know if this spirit is like malevolent or just trying to get your attention. Okay. But I think you need to acknowledge her in that way. And if you forget what to say, you can always go back and rewatch this live stream, this part. Because it'll be on my page. Damn, guys. When I started the stream, you know what I did not expect? I did not expect for us to be talking about ghosts and spirits. Zay, you still with me? No, it's fascinating. I love it, you know? I mean, there's a whole nother, I mean, there's so many dimensions. There's so much that we don't see, but we feel. Not to get too philosophic, you know, I mean, what blows my mind is how we try to factor in religion and heaven and hell to the notion of spirits, ghosts, you know, who are still walking. But I've experienced a lot of it. All right, I'm gonna be vulnerable for a second with you guys, at my own peril of losing subscribers. Listen, I never mind being open about. I'm 37. Zay knows this. Marita does too. I used to be fucking out of control when I was in my early 20s. I was out of control. Like I used to do drugs. I used to sell drugs. I was a shitty person in my early 20s. But I was always intuitive, even though I didn't realize it. And that was actually one of the reasons why I stopped doing certain drugs was because it made me unbelievably sensitive to energy like that. And I I know you're probably thinking, well, Stefan, if you were on drugs, it was probably just you. I could I'm very confident I could differentiate, but that's one of the reasons why I stopped doing it, because it made me hyper aware, and I would pick up on negative energy a lot, like negative bad spirits, which would make sense. But yeah. Say you still with me? Yeah. So, Okay, so I'll tell you this story. Yeah, so the guy, the tattoo artist, um, who was a paranoid schizophrenic, and the biker before he was a tattoo artist, he used to work. You know, like those reformeries. Well, I don't know how old you guys are. I know how old Zay is. Like in the 70s and 80s in New York, there was a lot of those like reformeries for like young boys who were kind of like discarded by society, like group homes, kind of for like, I guess, like troubled kids. He used to work at one of those places, and this is all he told my father all this when he was really drunk. Um, this is before I was born. All this stuff. He told me that, or he told my father that he used to like not treat the kids well. I think he was like abusive. Like he did not treat them well, and they a lot of the kids basically told him that like when they got out, they were gonna like come for him. And then I think this guy was like truly haunted by what he did. It made him so paranoid. He actually like built all of these like escape hatches in my now my father's house, for if and when they like came after him. So like there's all these little like I had to cover a lot of them up. There's all these little panels with like escape hatches to like our roof. It's fun. The guy's fucking crazy. He was crazy. He was, I mean, um yeah, so my house is a very strange layout, and all the doorways are kind of like small and arched. Zay, you know what? Just because I trust you and like I know you very well, I'll send you some photos off air of the house. I mean, it's a really cool house. It's quite big. It's like 4,000 square feet. But yeah. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, that guy really haunted me. He used to. You asked Kimmy if I've ever seen a ghost. I don't think so, but he did the most to me. Um, my front door would be locked, and he would slam the door in the middle of the night and then run up and down my stairs. And it would scare the shit out of my dog too. And one thing that I didn't realize till much later on was that, um, when he worked, I guess let's call him like a warden, when he worked at the home for boys. I mean, it was a big school. There was like over 100 kids. He had a gigantic like ring of keys. Like, I don't know. I hate equating it to that, but think like prison guard, like a huge ring of keys. This is like I haven't talked about this in a really long time. I would always hear his keys when he'd like I'd hear keys too jingling when he'd run up the stairs really quick, and he'd also lurk in front of my bedroom door, and I would see. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna have to sage a lot. I'd see his shadow walk back and forth in front of my door, and I'm sorry, I'm getting chills on my whole body. And it was horrible. It was horrible. And I was like 21. Um, so it was a long time ago, but it used to scare the shit out of my dog, and my dog would see it, and she would look at me and be like, "Are you seeing this?" Like lights turning on and off. Um, yeah. Yeah, it was fucking horrible. Um, and Kimmy, that did not feel like a spirit that I was willing or wanted to communicate with, because he was really not a good person. Um, Actually, I think like years later, his wife, she was in the paper. She got arrested for like animal abuse. Like they're just yeah. The guy was crazy, and he was scary too. He was like 6'7". He was like this gruff biker guy. Um, so yeah. I could actually tell you guys a bunch of stories about the town I grew up in. It's called Sugarloaf, New York. It's really small. It's like tiny. It's like a little hamlet in New York. So many weird deaths in that town, and it's got such a small population. Um, but anyway, all right, Kimmy, I'm not sure if you're still here, but I wish you well. I hope everything works out. Yeah, Zay, I'll take you on a ghost adventure tour when you come up. Yeah, pretty much every house I think is haunted in Sugarloaf. One of the oldest towns in the country. I think it was one of the first buildings was in the late 1600s, which is so I mean that's so old for America. All right. Well, if you do come up, I'll probably just point out places and not join you. I don't really like to fuck with things that I don't understand. Um, that felt kind of innocent and yeah, I felt like we needed to help Kimmy. I hope that did help her. So, all right, Marita, you still with us? Let's go back to pulling cards on career. Yeah, let's see what you need to know about career. And Marita, you know I'm not going to tell you if you're going to get a job or not, but let's see what you need to know. I think I'm going to use a different deck. You know why I love doing this show? Because we get so many people. I mean, really, anybody who watches YouTube could hypothetically find the show. We get so many different people with so many different questions. It's amazing. Um, all right. What does Marita need to know about work? Marita, did you ever look into trying to get more like something more like certified for doing mid for being a midwife? Did you look into that or like a doula? I haven't asked you about that in a while, and you brought that up that it was something that you really like doing, and I feel like I'm not pushing you hard enough on that. All right. Oh, I bet. I actually think Virginia is supposed to be like one of like the most haunted states. Well, Marita, I am gonna, if it's something that you still care about doing, the universe always wants us to pursue things that we're passionate about. They usually will help us, you know? It's also a really selfless thing. That's like talk about doing something good for someone else. I don't know. I just kind of feel like that could create a lot of abundance in your life. Is there any way that you could get more like credentials in it? Spirit, what do we need to tell Marita about career and finance? So beautiful. What about, can I get a card for, what does Marita need to know about her career as a midwife? Interesting. Okay. Great energy, Marita. Um, so two general cards about career and finance. It's really great. It's really great. But only if you, what am I going to say? Follow the advice wholeheartedly. So we got the Knight of Wands, and I got the Empress. Talk about badass energy. This is a card about being adventurous, super confident. Those are the two big things with this card. Passion, being daring. The Empress is the card of abundance. It's also about being receptive and nurturing. I mean, nurturing, talk about a value and core of being, of doing maternity support. It's also a card of going with the flow, not trying to force anything. The Empress naturally attracts. It's about being receptive to what the universe brings in for you, not trying to force things. It's about nurturing good things in your life. Again, it's also a card of real prosperity and abundance. So be confident, be passionate, go with the flow, be receptive to things coming in, nurture your creativity, your spirit, nurture things that are important to you when it comes to career. There's always, it's like my job. There's always more we can do to to move ourselves forward and advance ourselves, like in terms of like things we can learn and know about a particular field. I would be shocked if there's not more like education that you can't reasonably have access to when it comes to that. It could also open up doors. I asked specifically about maternity support. I got the Knight of Swords, dude. Then I got the Four of Pentacles. And I like this Four of Pentacles. It's a card of being able to hold on to things that you've earned and worked really hard for. I mean, Marita, do you want me to go into this card again for you? I mean, this is a very obvious card. This guy's fearless. He really goes after what he wants. He charges forward. He doesn't let anything stand in his way. Marita, I think you really should expand. I really do. If we're not remember what we talked about? This goes for everybody. If we're not finding success with something, we got to do something different. It's the universe trying to get us to pivot just a little bit sometimes. That's how I'm reading this. I feel like there's more for you to learn. Don't be afraid, especially if it's something that really makes you happy. Like, I want you to imagine what it would feel like to have a job like that. That's like something you really love to do. Think about that compared to working at a fucking bank. You said you applied to be at a bank, and I'm not trying to diminish anybody who has a career in any industry. But I know I know bank telling is not in your passion column, okay? Nor is it in mine. And keep in mind, when you maybe search or look into like other programs, like certification programs, Marita, do you want me to help you? I want to help you if I can. That's how you actually maybe create a new opportunity for yourself. Like you take a class and the teacher sees how good you are at it, and they maybe steer you to an opportunity. That's like a real thing. That's a real thing. I really want you to be confident and go for it. I really do. I want you to do more than just apply, okay? I really think you should expand and like further your education, and I'm being very broad about that intentionally. Marita, I'm fucking rooting for you so hard. You know I am. Don't be afraid to just go after new things, all right? Good message. The cards looked great. And I got the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. Looks great. Do I think is going to work? Do I think what's going to work? What do you mean? You know what, Rita? I don't even care what you mean. Yeah, I do. It's gonna work for you if you believe in it and you actually pursue it in like a real way, not like a bullshit way, okay? Rita, you got so much of your life ahead of you, you know? Remember that. Like, push yourself to the limit for the next year or two. Be practical about it. You've been thinking to see if you can do master sonography. Why don't you think you could? And why are you asking me if you could? If you're thinking about doing it, do it, girl. Why the hell are you asking me if you can? I know you can. You just have to be committed to it. Knight of Swords. You got to be fearless. You have to charge forward. Nobody gets in his way. And ironically, the Knight of Wands is all about being confident and passionate. You put those two knights together, that's real fast progress. Brita, I believe in you. I want you to believe in yourself. So yeah, I do think it'll work. Don't put obstacles in your way that are not real obstacles. It's just time. If you think that it's something that would be good for you, I don't know what that career path looks like. Like I mean, maybe do some research on what the average salary is for that position for graduates, what the demand is versus the supply. Because if it's an industry where there's not many positions, and let's say, I'm just making this up, let's say there's 1,000 positions like that are active or available in the country, but you have 10,000 people with the certifications and degrees. That, again, that's something to consider. But at the end of the day, it's all about like how good you are at something and how much effort you put in. Then what else? What other answer do you need, Burrito? See, this is the part where we know what's right for us, And then what do? We've we just don't do anything about it. You have the answer. You have the answer you need already, my friend. Your heart, your head are both in agreement. So what are you going to do about it? I think that's a great idea, Marita. I really do. I support you. Go after it. It's not going to be as hard as you think. Can't be any harder than childbirth, from what I've been told. Especially two. And hey, I hope you have a great trip to Albania. Will you bring me back a cut-off t-shirt? I mean, I'll settle for a postcard, but... yeah. Marita, don't put your life on hold for a fucking part-time job that's not going anywhere, okay? Just remember, when we follow our purpose, like our calling, the universe has our fucking back, dude. Alright? When we make the right choices for ourselves, like in good faith and intention, the universe is going to take care of you. They're not going to let you go homeless. They're not going to let your kids be without food. Alright? And again, those are the lessons. Trusting ourselves to make the tough choices. You know, the Fool card. Taking a leap of faith towards what we feel to be right into the unknown. Something new. But you gotta do it. You have to do it. And when you get back from Albania, I want to hear all about it. And I also... I'm going to give you a hard time. I want to know that you're taking steps towards that. You know what? When you're in Albania relaxing, start the process on your computer. That's stuff that you can do over the phone. Like looking into loans. And Marita, if it makes you feel any better, and I'm kind of being a little cheeky, I want you to at least feel good knowing that however much in loans you're taking out for university in England doesn't even touch what I would have to pay here. Okay, so just remember that. You don't live in the United States, where I would literally have to like probably like sell organs to pay off a 3-year college loan in the States. So you have that going for you in UK, all right? Do it. And you know what? Feel good about it. You should feel good about it. It's exciting. Think about how good it's going to feel when you finish it. You're going to have that for the rest of your life. You know, wouldn't we rather work our ass off for something so we could have it forever? I mean, think about all the stability that's going to bring you. That's real fucking stability. All right. I love you, Marita. Have a great trip. All right, guys. I think we're gonna call it there. Damn, now I'm gonna be thinking about ghosts all day. Anyway, okay, guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If anybody wants a private reading, just connect with me off air, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I think I'll probably stream Monday or Tuesday. So, all right, guys.